Greetings everyone and welcome back. This is Marco and today we're taking a look at the Canon FL 200mm f3.5. The FL mount was introduced in 1964 and later replaced in 1971 by the FD mount. But for some reason, FL lenses are way less popular than FDs, so obviously I was curious to try them out. I managed to get my hands on this little guy right here and I was immediately struck by its build quality. Let's take a closer look. The lens has a metal body, it weighs 700 grams, it is 155 to 175 millimeters long, and it has an external diameter of 70 millimeters, with a 58 millimeters front thread and a built-in sun hood. The iris has 8 blades, the aperture is clicked, and it goes from f3.5 to f22. The aperture ring is narrow and mostly smooth with the exception of 2 flanges that help turning it. The focusing ring has a pretty shallow texture, it turns 230 degrees and minimum focusing distance is 2.5 meters. The FL mount has a flange distance of 42 millimeters and uses the same adapters as the FD mount. Sharpness wide open is pretty good and consistent throughout the frame, and it only improves by stopping down. Chromatic aberration is present at wider aperture and can be distracting. Colors are fairly true to life with good contrast and saturation without being punchy. Specular highlights are big and soft with some hard edges, and they deform towards the edges of the frame. Stopping down, the octagonal shape of the aperture is more apparent, but still on the soft side. While testing the lens, I did not experience ghosting, and I had to shoot straight at the sun to make it flare. And now, as always, let me show you some samples. After reviewing the Canon FD 50mm 1.4, my expectations for this older FL lens were pretty low, but it turned out to be a good performer. Sure, it is big and bulky, but still less than the Jupiter 21, which also has a slower f4 aperture. Obviously, I cannot judge the whole FL line by testing a single lens, but in my opinion, this 200mm is pretty good if you don't mind the chromatic aperture at wider apertures. Well, that's it. As always, let me know your thoughts, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!